afternoon, sir. My name is Herlina Sari Lubis with NPM 211111075. We are losing our listening. We spend roughly 16% of our communication time listening, but we are not very good at it. We retain just 75% of our ear. Now, not you, not this talk, but that is generally true. Let's define listening as making meaning from sound. It's a mental process, and it is a process of extraction. We use some pretty cool techniques to do this. One of them is pattern recognition. So, in a cocktail party like this, if I say, David, Sarah, pay attention, some of you just sat up. We recognize pattern to distinguish noise from signal, and especially our name. Differencing is another technique we use. If I left this pink noise on from that more than a couple of minutes, you will literally case to hear it. We listen to the difference we discount. Sound that the remain is same. And then there is a wall around its filters. There's a filters texture is from all sound down to what to pay attention to. Most people are entirely unconscious of these filters, but they exclusively create our reality in a way because they tell us what we are paying attention to right now. I will give you one example of that. Intention is very important in sound. In listening, when I am married with my wife, I promise her I would like to listen to her every day, as if for the first time. No, that is something I found sort of a daily basis, but it's a great intention to have in a relationship. But that's not all. Sound of place in space in time. If you close your eyes right now in this room, you are aware of the size of the room, of the reverberation and the bouncing of the sound of the surface. You are aware of how many people are around you because of the micro noises you are receiving, and sound plays in use in time as well because sound is always time embedded in. In fact, I will suggest that you listening is the means that we experience the flows of the time past the future. So, sonority time is and the meaning a great quote. I think the beginning we are losing our listening. Why did I that say? Well, there are a lot of reasons for this. First of all, we interested with of the recording. First writing, then audio records, and now video records as well. The premium on accuracy and careful listening has simply displayed secondly. The world is now so nice knows what this cacophony going on visually auditorily is just hard to listen. It's trying to listen. Many people take refuge in the hand punch, but they routine turn big. Public speakers like this share sound space into millions of tiny little personal sound bubbles. In this current scenario, nobody's not listening to anybody words becoming impatient. We don't wait authority anymore. We sound space and our conversation is being replaced. Dangerous, I think by personal broadcasting, I don't know how much listening is there in this conversation, which is the salary very common, especially in the UK. We are becoming desensitized. Our media how to describe at the which use this kind is handled in order to get our attention, and that means it's the harder to pay attention to quit the subtitle and the understand. This is a serious problem that we're losing our listening. This is not trivial because listening is our access to understanding. Conscious listening always creates understanding and Only without conscious listening can see things happen. A word where we don't listening to it, other it's all a very serious place indeed. So you didn't like to share with you five simple exercise tools you can take away with you to improve your conscious listening. Would you like that? Oh, this, yes, good. The version is very silent, just 3 minutes a day is silent is very wonderful. Exercise to research your ears to recalibrate so that you hear that the quit again. If you can't get absolute silence, go for quiet. That absolute fine. Second, I call this the mixture noise. So even you are in non-noisy environment like this. And we will all spend a lot of time in place like this. Listen in the coffee bar to how many channels of sounds can I hear? How many individual channels in mix I am listening to? You can do it in beautiful place as well, like in a lake. How bird am here? Here, where are they? Where are those ripples? It is a great exercise for the improving the quality of your listenings. Third, this your exercise I call savoring, and in this beautiful exercise is about enjoying mundane sounds. This for the example is a tumble dryer. Dryer is not a waltz. 1 2 3, 1 2 3, 1 2 3. I love it. Or just try on the on four size coffee dinner. Wow, so Monday sounds can be really interesting if you pay attention. I can get the hidden cover. It's around is all the time. The next exercise is probably the most important of all things. If you not just take one things away, this listening patience. The the idea that you can make your listening position to what appropriate to what you're listening to. This is playing with the choose filters. Remember, I gave you choose filters. It's starting to play with them as levers to get conscious about the time to move to the different place. They are not just some of the listening positions or scales of listening positions that you can use. There are many happen with that. It's very exciting. And finally, an acronym. You can use this listening in communication if you are in any one of those roles. And I think that probably is everybody was listening is to talk. The acronym is RASA, with the Sanskrit word for juice or essence, and Rasa start for relative, which means pay attention to the persons, appreciate it, making little noise like oh, okay. Summarize. The word is so very important in communication and ask question afterwards. Now, sound is my passion. It's my life. I wrote a whole book about it. So I love to listen. That's too much to ask for most people, but I believe that every human being needs to listening consciously in order to live fully. Connect in the space in the time to physical world around us use connected in the understanding to each other. No, to mention spiritually connected because every spiritual path I know has the listening and complication at its heart. That's why we need to it's listening to our school as a skill. Why it's not true? It's crazy. And we can teach our listening school. We can take our listening that species spell to that dangerous, scary world that I'll talking about and move to a place where everybody is constantly is listening all the time, or at least they're capable of doing it. No, I don't know how do that, but it's TID, and I think that the TID community is capable of anything. So I invite you to connect with me, connect with each other, take take this mission out, and let's get listening taught in school and transfer the word in the one generation to a conscientious listening word. A word of connection, a word of the understanding, and a word of peace. Thank you for your listening me today. See you.